Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that I think really hits home for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of being powerless at work.
Exactly, that
Yeah.
heavy, sinking sense that you're just a passenger in your own career. So, we're going deep on how to reclaim your professional agency, how to move past that feeling of being stuck.
It's such an essential topic, and we've got a fantastic framework for this discussion. Our main source today is this really sharp new article from Phoenix Performance Partners.
Okay.
It's called Master of Your Experience, Reclaiming Professional Agency. And it offers a pretty hard look at the psychology behind why we feel stuck and, crucially, how to change that.
And that's the mission for you, the listener. We are not here to just offer up motivational platitudes. We're going to unpack this critical distinction between two orientations, the victim and the creator.
Mhm.
And we're going to deliver some concrete, actionable steps to shift you from, that passive frustration to active contribution. We're looking for the insight that puts you back in control.
It's all about taking the energy you're spending on frustration and just redeploying it into influence.
Okay, let's unpack this. I mean, you hear this language all the time in the workplace. Maybe you even think it yourself.
We all do sometimes.
Things like, they never ask for my input, so I just stopped trying.
Or the big one, the collective one.
Yeah.
Leadership doesn't care what we think.
Oh, that's a classic. Or the really cynical one. Nothing ever changes around here. Why even bother?
And maybe the one that's most personally damaging. This job is just draining me. I have no control.
So when you hear all those stacked up, what's the common thread? What's the common denominator?
Every single one of them positions the speaker as a victim of their circumstances. All the power, all the authority is outside of them.
It's always they.
It's always they or it acting upon me. The speaker is just this passive recipient, essentially saying, I'm waiting for someone else to fix this for me.
And that brings us right to the uncomfortable truth that the source material really doesn't pull any punches on.
No, it doesn't. The uncomfortable truth is this. Every moment you choose to operate from that passive mindset, you are actively giving away your own power.
Okay, let's pause there because that's a critical point.
It is. We are not talking about toxic positivity. The source is very clear that real systemic constraints exist. Broken processes, bad leadership, institutional inertia, those things are real.
Okay, let me just push back on that for a listener who's thinking, yeah, but my boss is toxic or my company's systems are broken. Are we saying just pretend that's not happening?
Not at all. That's the key. The constraint is real, but your response to that constraint is where your agency is.
I see.
You might not control the constraint, but you always, always control the internal script you run. The moment you define yourself only by what's being done to you, you stop looking for what you can do.
That's a huge pivot because the real problem isn't just the constraint, it's our reaction to it. Specifically, complaint. We have to talk about the hidden cost of complaining.
It's a psychological trap. I mean, it feels so satisfying, right? It validates your experience.
And it bonds you with your colleagues.
Yes, that's a powerful human need, and it lets off steam. You walk away from that conversation feeling lighter, like you've actually done something about the problem.
So it's a kind of false productivity.
Exactly. The source calls every complaint an abdication of agency. It's this subtle declaration of powerlessness that requires zero action, zero risk.
Right.
You get the emotional payoff without doing any of the hard work. You're just burning fuel, analyzing and venting instead of moving forward.
It's like spinning your wheels in the mud. Which brings us to the core distinction here. Victim orientation versus creator orientation.
And it's important to say these are orientations, not like moral judgments about who you are as a person.
Right. It's about where you focus your energy. So how do you know which one you're in?
It's all about the questions you're asking yourself. If you're in the victim orientation, your brain is asking things like, what's being done to me? Why is this happening
Who's
to me?
going to fix this for me?
Exactly. Who's responsible? What's wrong with them or this place? The focus is all on blame.
It's a script that guarantees you stay stuck. It identifies the roadblock and then just stops the car.
But then you contrast that with a creator orientation. That brain runs a completely different script.
Okay, so what does that sound like?
It asks, what's within my control here? What can I influence, even if I can't control the whole thing?
What contribution can I make right now?
And, most practically, what is my next move?
The difference is just so stark, isn't it? Both are looking at the same reality, the same broken system, but one leads to paralysis and the other puts you straight into motion.
It's that Viktor Frankl quote the source brings up. Between stimulus and response, there is a space.
In that space is our power to choose our response.
That space, that pause, that's the moment of agency. You can blame the stimulus, the bad meeting, the difficult client, or you can own your response to it.
Okay, so how do we make this real? Let's translate this into what it actually looks like in the office, because I think that's where people get hung up.
For sure. Let's take the first scenario from the article. Input. The internal victim script is something like, they never asked for my input. I guess my ideas don't matter.
And the action that follows is usually silence and resentment. But the creator stance, the with agency response, flips that.
It flips it by looking inward first. The shift is, I haven't been proactively sharing my ideas. I've been waiting to be asked.
So you take ownership.
Right. Then
Yeah.
you say, next week, I'll prepare one thoughtful, solution-focused contribution and speak up within the first 10 minutes of the meeting. You shift from blaming the structure to focusing on your own preparation.
I like that, but here's the fear, right? What if I do that? I prepare the perfect thing, I say it, and they still ignore me.
That's a totally valid fear, and it's why the victim script is so comforting. It's safe. But the creator stance says, I control my action, not their reception of it. If they ignore you, you still have the agency of having tried. You showed up, you learned something, your next move might be to email the idea or talk to someone one-on-one. The power is still with you to decide the next step.
Okay, let's take another one. Scenario 2, energy and purpose. The classic complaint is, this job is draining me. I'm just going through the motions.
The creator reframe is internal. It's, I've lost my connection to why this matters. I'm going to find one project this month, even a small one, where I can make a meaningful impact that I personally care about.
You're not waiting for your boss to give you purpose. You're injecting it into your own work. What about the last one? Feedback. Without agency. Leadership doesn't care. No point in saying anything.
With agency, you diagnose the delivery problem, not the caring problem. You say, maybe leadership doesn't have a good system for feedback. I'm going to draft a clear, solution-focused suggestion and send it up the chain, making it easy for them to say yes.
In all of those examples, you're not denying the problem exists. You're just refusing to be paralyzed by it.
That's the definition of agency. And for anyone listening who wants an immediate tool for this, the article gives us 3 amazing questions to ask yourself the moment you feel that powerlessness creeping in.
Like a way to short-circuit the victim script.
Exactly. They force your brain to stop scanning for blame and start scanning for possibilities. The first one is, what's one thing I can control in this situation?
Okay, so maybe not the budget cuts, but...
But you control your attitude, your preparation, the tone of your next email, what you choose to do with the next hour.
Got it. What's number 2?
Number 2 moves from control to reach. What's one thing I can influence even if I can't control it? You influence with smart proposals, with targeted questions, by building alliances. You subtly change the environment around you.
And the third question. You said this one is the one that forces the shift?
This is the one.
Right.
What's one contribution I can make right now? That word, contribution, it's everything. It breaks the paralysis. It instantly moves you from being an observer to a participant.
That's the whole game right there. Moving from complaint to contribution.
Yes. Taking that frustrated energy and instead using it to vent to a coworker, you channel it into something constructive.
So give us a practical example. I'm tempted to complain that meetings are, a waste of time.
Instead, you contribute. You suggest one specific change to the agenda. Or you volunteer to facilitate the next one differently, just to model a better way. You offer a solution, not just a diagnosis.
Okay, or what if the complaint is that our processes are broken and inefficient?
Instead of just venting, you contribute. You take an hour and you map the process out. You find one single point of failure and propose one small improvement. You turn the complaint into a tiny project plan.
This all leads to that inevitable question, though, which the article hits head on. But I'm not a leader. I'm a junior person. What agency do I really have?
This is so critical because it forces us to redefine leadership. Leadership is not a title. It is a choice to take ownership.
So what does everyone have agency over, regardless of their title?
You have agency over how you show up, your preparation, your mindset. You have agency over the quality of work, your relationships, your willingness to learn. You always have the choice to lead from your seat.
So when you stop waiting for permission to solve problems, you are, in that moment, leading.
You are. And when you consistently make that choice, it creates this powerful ripple effect. This isn't just about feeling better in the moment. It's about changing your entire professional trajectory.
How does that play out over time?
The source is really clear. In week 1, you just feel more energized because you've stopped complaining and started acting. By month 1, people start to notice. They start coming to you for ideas.
Because you're known as a problem solver now, not just a problem spotter.
Exactly. By quarter one, you've built a reputation that precedes you. And by year one, you've created opportunities for yourself. Promotions, new projects, things that were impossible when you were stuck in that victim loop.
So this deep dive has really shown us that powerlessness is often just unexercised power. It's agency you haven't claimed yet.
That's it. So here's the final challenge for you, for everyone listening. For the next 7 days, just track it. Notice one complaint you're tempted to make out loud or just in your head.
Yeah.
And instead of voicing it, just ask that third question. What's one contribution I could make here? Then do it, no matter how small. And just notice how that one shift changes your experience of work.
You don't need permission from anyone to stop complaining and start contributing. The transformation starts with one decision, the choice to reclaim your agency. Go make that decision today.